Leave your day job, bro. I'm telling you. That was probably one of the best decisions that I made because it put me in a situation where, yes, I had money set aside. So that's the thing. If you're going to be leaving, make sure you have a little bit of money to be able to support yourself. Personally, I think you need to be able to support yourself for at least a year. So if your expenses are, let's say $500 a month, put $5,000 aside, maybe a little bit more, 7,500 to 10K, and you should be able to make that work. Now, the reason why I'm saying leave, if you have a roof above your head and you don't have high expenses on a month-to-month basis, just leave because it's not amounting to anything. What is that extra 2K a month or extra $3,000 a month even going to do for you? Even 1,500 a month, whatever it is, what is that going to do for you? Literally absolutely nothing. Think about it. You're going to be stuck in that same position. Think about the amount of time that it's going to take for you to be able to put yourself in a better situation by working 40 hours a week, making $2,000 to maybe $4,000 a month. It's not going to do anything for you. That money's not worth anything. It's not life-changing money. It's just a little bit of food for you to be able to go enjoy a night out, go pop a bottle on a weekend. Bro, get rid of those weekends. You don't need the money. It's not going to amount to anything. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like when I left my job, I think at the time I started working full time. When I left my job, I had a little bit of money set aside. I had a whole bunch of money. So here's the thing though, I was already doing well with my dropshipping businesses. And I had a bunch of money on hold with Stripe and those payment processors. About, I want to say 20 or 30 grand on hold through Stripe, Shopify payments, and all that good stuff, which was unfortunate, but I just understood I didn't need that much money. I was living at home at the time. The only thing I was paying for was gas for the car. The car wasn't even mine. So it made me realize that, all right, now I have no money coming in. I have to figure out how to generate more income. And at this time, the dropshipping stuff was up and down, up and down, up and down. I had no type of consistency. But the thing is, I'm looking at it from a perspective of, all right, well, I'm already sitting on 20 grand. What is it going to amount to for me to continuously go to work to make an extra $3,000 a month, especially if that money would probably just go to waste? And at the time, I was pretty good with spending. I wasn't spending money on stupid things. I was literally just going to work, collecting that, coming back, putting it into my business. But at this point, I have a cash reserve of money that I could go invest into my business. So I'm like, all right, let me just leave. It's amounting to nothing for me. So for those of you that are in a similar position, there's absolutely no point of you just getting up and going to work. If you're trying to start a business or whatever it is, if you need the cash flow to be able to support your business, that's one thing. If you have enough cash set aside to be able to support your business and you already have somewhat of an idea of what you're doing, there's absolutely no point of you getting up and going to work. If you've generated, let's say, your first $1,000 online, there's already proof of concept there. Yes, you might not have the most consistency, but there's proof of concept. You made that money online. Now you have to think about it. What is preventing you from making more and more? Did you guys stop investing time into your business? Did you guys start spending money on other things? Did you guys start going out? What kind of resulted in you, one, gaining that traction to your first $1,000 online, and then two, why did it stop? And you essentially have to do more of what was working and more of the reason that you got to $1,000 a month or $1,000 online, and less of whatever resulted in your numbers just going down and you not making any more money online. If you're doing, let's say, consistent numbers, $1,000 a month online or $500 a month online, well, understand what you're going to be able to do with that money and the extra time. Because if you're going to work for 40 hours a week and you're capable of making $500 a month online within your business, what would that extra 40 hours a week amount to within your company, granted that you're investing the time there? So don't leave your job if you don't have the disciplined mindset to be able to go out and invest that extra time into your business. We talk about ROI a lot on this channel, and the return, you know what? We also could use ROE, return on energy, ROE. I like that. We're gonna talk about return on energy because people talk about time is money. I think energy is money. That makes a lot of sense to me for whatever reason. So let's talk about ROE, return on energy. What will you invest your energy into that will amount to, it doesn't even necessarily have to be financial, but it has to have some sort of gain. So that extra energy from work, yes, that 40 hours a week might amount to, let's say, about $2,000 a month, but you're already making $500 a month within your business. Honestly, even if it's less than that, let's say you're making $200 a month within your business. It literally doesn't matter. The point is, you're capable of making that money, that $200 a month. Figure out what got you there and then do more of it. And that 40 hours a week might cause mental strain on you. You might be extra tired. You might be drained because your boss is cussing you out at work or whatever it is. So negating that from your weekly schedule and reinvesting the bulk of that energy into your business will amount to something. And you have to figure out what you can make that amount to. Your brain capacity is most likely, your brain is most likely going to be a lot more on alert. You're going to have a lot more, I could say, critical thinking, if that makes sense. There's a lot of positive things that come out of you leaving your job and reinvesting that energy into your business. Because in my opinion, I don't know, this is just my take on it. And in my experience, when I was going to work, I was coming back home drained. I had brain fog. Honestly, I couldn't even sleep properly. I would have dreams about me being at work. And that was just crazy to me. And the second I negated that from my schedule and I forgot about those stresses, I think the hardest part for me was being able to teach myself that self-discipline to the point where, oh, well, I could get up a little bit later today. But what is that going to amount to? Why would I do that? If I'm removing time from my work schedule, if I'm taking time out of my work schedule, why am I going to get up later? Because now I'm sleeping an extra 2-3 hours and I already got enough sleep last night. So that's the thing. You guys have to be able to understand that and grow that self-discipline. But leaving that workspace challenged me to a point where I had to understand I'm on my own now. I'm my own boss. I'm doing this by myself. And I had to really think about how I could potentially support myself, because this stuff isn't easy to do. Well, you know what? I have another, you know what? It's not easy to do from a self-discipline perspective. The money is easy to make because it's just work. It's always what I say. I say that all the time. I say it's not hard, it's just work. And you just have to work. That's literally all it is. And it's a matter of doing valuable work. I find too many times, there's too many people that I speak to that are trying to start a business, that are working on their business, that don't understand the difference between working and valuable work. You have to be able to invest energy in the parts of a business that are going to generate income. Too many people are focused on trying to perfect their website or tweak the copyright on their website, when all in all, that's not what's going to generate you the income. You have to figure out how to even get clients in the first place. You have to figure out what you're offering that's of value to people. So spend time on the valuable work and the work that's actually going to be able to monetize your business. I've literally seen people time and time again spend money on getting on phone calls for absolutely no reason because they don't even know what they're selling. So you have to be able to locate that, figure it out, and spend time on the pieces of your business that are going to make it work. What is the point of you sitting in the trenches trying to fix up your website when you don't even have a payment processor that can process payments? And you don't even know if your website is going to work because you haven't even sent traffic to it. You get what I'm saying? People invest time in the wrong parts of their business. This person cannot fucking drive. People spend time in the wrong parts of their business. Look at it as you have a website, you built it up, you have all these products on there. And why are you adding more products to your website when you haven't even tested the last 10 products that are on your website? It doesn't make sense. Because what's that going to amount to? You're going to go add another product on your site. You're still not going to run ads to it. And then what? The other thing is you have people sitting here waiting to launch their businesses because they might feel like they don't have enough money to invest into their business. What is that doing for you? It's not amounting to anything. At this point, you might be like, well, I need to stack up a little bit of extra bread to start, but you're just procrastinating because one, right now you're sitting there not improving on anything whatsoever. You have to be able to take on the skills, learn the skills. If you're not learning the skills, what is the point of even having money to apply into skills that you haven't even acquired yet? If you don't have money to go push into marketing, well, maybe start learning how you can market. And once you have the money to market, you could go market. If you don't have the money to push into marketing, figure out how you can get the money to push into marketing and then use that money to essentially teach you how to market. If you're not familiar with, running TikTok ads, well, try creating TikTok user-generated content. Take that user-generated content, post it on the platform in as many places as possible, and try to generate some sales so that you could go and start learning TikTok ads and invest that money into learning TikTok ads. You have to understand that everything that you invest your time, your energy, and your money into isn't going to give you a monetary gain. It might give you a mental gain in the sense of knowledge. So you might understand, based on me spending $500 on my TikTok advertising campaign, I was able to generate $150. Yes, I'm sitting at a 0.5 return on my ad spend. However, I understand what led me to sitting on that 0.5 return on ad spend and what I'm going to do next time moving forward. So you post more ads, you post more ads, you post more ads, you post more ads. Now you have more sales coming in, more revenue to go back and push into your ads. And now maybe you spent $500 to make back $500, but you're down on cost of goods. So you figure out, all right, well, what do I have to tweak? What do I have to optimize? Oh shit, it's the product. My margins aren't high enough. Or you want to switch the product because the perceived value on it isn't that high. And then you understand these things from a marketing perspective. You understand different marketing angles. It's not about you going and doing something and it results in some sort of monetary gain. You guys have to understand it's not always a monetary gain, it's a mental gain. That mental gain and that gain of knowledge is what's gonna allow you to push back that energy into your business and actually have some sort of financial gain from it. You guys can't look at everything from a financial perspective. And that's the biggest issue that I see with most people, especially nowadays in business. Everything cannot be from a financial perspective. When you are getting started, you don't know how to generate income yet, so you have to acquire the skills and the knowledge to be able to go out and generate income. You should not be dreaming. Yes, keep the dreams about supercars and whatever, but that should not be what drives you. The results are gonna drive you, and those are just a fruit of your labor. Yes, I love cars, I have dream cars or whatever. I wanna buy more houses, bigger houses, whatever it is, but I don't ever, I guess I could say I manifest it, but I'm not really sitting there letting that drive me. What drives me is the results, because by the time you have the ability to buy those things, it doesn't seem that unachievable anymore. And when a dream doesn't seem unachievable anymore, you kind of lose drive and lose focus. It's about falling in love with what you're doing more than falling in love with what it will acquire you. You have to fall in love with what you're doing, the passion for the results, the passion for what the results can do. Me seeing everybody around me doing well because I'm sitting here and I'm locked in, and everybody else is locked in. That's what drives me. Like going and buying a big house or whatever, I just look at it as, it doesn't excite me, is what I'm saying. It doesn't excite me. And I don't think that people understand that when you're just coming up, because you're looking at all the things you can acquire without figuring out how you can acquire it. You just know that you're gonna get it one day. But once you have the ability to get it, in my personal experience, it just doesn't excite me anymore. And that drive, once you have it, disappears. So that's not what you guys should be investing, I guess, your dreams into. I don't know if that makes sense. The reason I'm gonna say that is because it's like a video game. You're a kid, you wanna get a new video game and you're very excited for the video game or whatever it is. And then once you get it, you play it for, I don't know, X amount of time. And then once that time kind of runs out, you guys don't like the game anymore. It's the same thing with everything else. You put in so much energy to try and get a car, and the car's $250,000, and then you finally buy the car. And yes, you're gonna enjoy the car every time you use it, but it doesn't really motivate you or drive you to see it anymore because you've already acquired it, and it doesn't seem that unachievable anymore because it's sitting right in front of you. So you guys have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not saying don't dream about things and don't have dream cars and dream houses and stuff like that, but you have to dream bigger than just the materialistic stuff, because those materials and those sort of materialistic things, once you acquire them, they don't mean anything after. You get the McLaren, you get the Lamborghini, you get the beach house, and it's like once you have it, it's there. And then you're still motivated to get a McLaren and a beach house and a Lamborghini? No, because you already have it. So why are you gonna keep working? You got it. You reach your goal. Why are you gonna keep working? You have to have bigger dreams and bigger aspirations than that. Because if that's all you dream for, once you achieve it, there's not gonna be much more for you to work towards. And your dreams and your aspirations can't have a cap on them. The same way that I say money runs unlimited, you can't cap your dreams. Your dreams have to be unlimited. There should be no end to your dreams. And I think that'll be the lesson of today's video. I have to go run into the gym and get this quick workout. I'm probably just gonna hit some cardio, and we'll go from there. So if you guys have reached this point in the video, once again, I appreciate you guys. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.